Great players see things in slow motion. The Z word, here it is. In the 2000s, French media had this obsession, find the new Zidane. I ain't gonna lie to you, I think Gourcuff was the closest. I mean, look at this ball control, this touch, skills. Do you have the nerve to tell me that you don't see it? He went to Serie A, played at Bordeaux, and he played in French national team. It was impossible not to compare him to this legend. But when you are compared to this, can you really deliver? Okay, when your father is a well-known coach in France, you can say that you have a jumpstart that few have. But young Yoann had undeniable talent and joined Rennes Academy. He didn't stay long with the youngins and started to play with the pro in Ligue 1. Yoann wanted to stay in France, but eventually decided to go to the great AC Milan. Nesta, Maldini, Cafu, Kaká, Pirlo, Sidor. The team was stacked at the time, but even Milan and Italy media saw him as the next Zidane. The competition was rough. During his first season he played 21 games, but he was a young lad and the club had hopes for him. He still participated in the Champions League title, but we all remember who crushed the competition that year. But things didn't go as expected the following year. He had trouble fitting in the locker room, and the performances were not that great. Add to that, new players arrived, it was clear he had to go. And what better solution to go back to France? At the time, some new French talent were already on the road to glory, and a mythic club with a mythic former player wanted to have him. 4-4-2 Diamond. That was the plan for Laurent Blanc. The first part of the season was not that great, but when it clicked, Bordeaux became a machine, and Gourcuff was one of the major reasons. Just so you know, Lyon was the reigning champion and was on a streak of 7 titles. Even Qatar PSG didn't manage to do that. Bordeaux won 11 games in a row to get past Lyon and Marseille to win the title. They also won the French Cup and the League Cup. Best player in Ligue 1, 20th place in the Ballon d'Or, and French media didn't miss the chance to associate him with Zidane. Again, even better, these performances granted him a place in the national team. He demonstrated his qualities with the screamer, highlighting the parallel with Zizou. The following season wasn't as great. Gourcuff played less games due to injuries, and Bordeaux finished 6th of Ligue 1. But it could be explained by the outstanding performances in Champions League. Eliminated by Lyon in quarter-final after an historical group stage with 5 wins against clubs like Bayern or Juventus. Harsh for Gourcuff, but maybe the best was to come with the World Cup in South Africa. But it was a mess, as every French fans know it. Let me tell you why. Gourcuff had trouble to fit in the locker room, and it was very visible on the field. Worst, false rumor of him being bullied by Franck Ribéry was spread, and he didn't deny it. So now, the comparison with Zizou is not possible anymore. Zidane had that charisma, even as an introvert, but Gourcuff had trouble to fit in Milan and French national team. Maybe, just maybe, he was too soft for the highest level. After all that drama, he was transferred to Lyon to be able to play in the Champions League. 25 million, it was huge at the time. But now, his enemy became his body, injury after injury. The next Zizou disappeared. He had some genius plays and goals, but never came back to the level of 2009. He never played more than 25 league games in 5 years at Lyon. It was a bust. 28 years Gourcuff was free of his contract, but most of the fans thought he was finished. He even became a joke for many due to his injuries and lack of mental strength. Unfortunately for him, it was kind of true. He played 3 years at Rennes and finished his career at Dijon. So at the end, Gourcuff was just a good copycat. He was no Zidane. He had talent, but talent in football is not enough to last.